Welcome to my World History Notes Revised, where I'm trying to put things in order in my head of things I want to revise regarding the book I wrote to teach homeschoolers world history that I sell on Amazon. A Bible Believer Looks at World History, sort of the things that I'd like to change, things I'd like to dig into more deeply. So I want to talk about the Hyksos invasion and Joseph from the Bible. At this point, it might be worth mentioning an important event in Egyptian history, the invasion by the Hyksos called the Shepherd Kings. Durant says that the Hyksos were just one of a series of nomadic peoples that conquered Egypt and were changed by the wealth and easy living of the conquered. Then, when they lost their tough barbaric edge, they were defeated themselves. The Hyksos ended the Middle Kingdom era of Egyptian history. They didn't call themselves the Hyksos. That's a name that we gave them. Modern people gave them. His statement that the Hyksos probably introduced the horse to Egypt is absurd on its face, as if the Egyptians had no prior contact with other Asian people or animals. Snell defines the period of the domination by the shepherd kings. We'll see later that in Joseph's time, the common Egyptian detested shepherds, while the ruling class welcomed them, as the second intermediate period and dates it between 1786 BC and 1558 BC. Usher, Archbishop Usher, quoting ancient historian Eusebius, quoting even more ancient historian Manetho, has them being defeated and leaving Egypt at least 30 years before the events of Genesis 26, while Dr. Floyd Jones has the Pharaoh who embraced Joseph later as being one of the Hyksos. As in the case of all conquerors or those who enslave others, the conqueror or enslaver usually adopts the culture of the conquered or the slave before the tables are turned. Bienkowski and Millard state that the Hyksos ruled the 15th dynasty between 1650 and 1550 BC. Usher has them expelled in 1825 BC. Remember, barring any definitive dating that is not arguable or evidence which is subject to interpretation and controversy, we can only conclude that the events described in this part of Genesis are occurring in the first half of the second millennium before Christ, somewhere between 1500 to 2000 BC. The word Hyksos is a Greek derivation of an Egyptian phrase meaning rulers of foreign lands. Now, I'm going to stop there and move on past Jacob and Rebekah's deception of Isaac and Esau next and make some comments. So, and talk about Joseph some more and a controversial so-called Bible historian named Ron Wyatt, biblical archaeologist, I guess. He was a dentist, really. But anyway, that aside. Anyway, we'll talk about that next. And I hope if you get anything out of this that you click like and subscribe or follow and share it with somebody else. But feel free to make comments. If you think I've made an error, please put your citation in the comments so that I can learn from what you've learned. All right. Thank you very much.